Hey guys, it's RJ from The Secret Stacks, and today I wanted to talk about some of the brilliant storytelling in the Broadway musical Hamilton. And it's hard not to talk about Hamilton. If you've listened to the soundtrack, you know the music just lives in your ears and just takes up residence in your brain and your bones. It's just really excellent. Now, maybe it's weird to be talking about a musical on a book channel, but I've always been really interested in great stories, no matter where they come from, whether it's books or movies or TV, anime to Broadway. It's really what the story is and how well it's told, not necessarily what the medium is. And musical theater in particular holds a special place and an unusual place in my heart because my youngest brother Chris is an actor. He goes to college at a musical theater conservatory, and I've seen him grow up through these musicals, and really it's something that I never would have gotten into otherwise, but it's actually really some excellent stuff and some excellent stories. So when my brother came back for Christmas and was jamming to all these Hamilton songs, first I was like, wow, this is really good. Second, I was really drawn into the lyrics and the story in a way that isn't always the case in some of these songs. You have to see the whole play to get it, but in particular, the song Satisfied, it just drew me in so immediately and so completely that I knew what was going on, I knew the stakes, and I was really blown away by the delicate yet really particularly layered storytelling that's just excellent. So if somehow you haven't heard the song Satisfied before, I'll link it down below. Knowing full well that it's possible you'll drop down the rabbit hole and be listening to Hamilton songs for the next 24 hours before you even knew what hit you. But anyway, Satisfied is a story of star-crossed love told by Angelica. It's Hamilton's wedding, and not only is Angelica maid of honor, but she's also sister of the bride. And as we soon find out through a really stunning flashback, she actually had an electric first encounter with Hamilton that really sets the stage for all three of these characters and their conflict as it moves throughout the story. So not only does the song set the context of the wedding by taking place during Angelica's maid of honor speech, but it's also set the stakes of the wedding, both in terms of the resolution and also the interconnected relationship between these three main characters. Not only that, but it frames the character of Angelica not in relation to a man, but in relation to what it means to be a woman in the late 18th century and how that drives the inner conflict with herself and her feelings and her responsibilities, and also with Hamilton and his own inner sense of self and responsibility. It's really masterfully done, and even though we've been introduced to these characters' motivations in the past, it frames it through a lens that really gives it a depth and a darker side that pretends some of the future conflicts that we're going to see. And the writing itself is superb, revealing Angelica's inner voice in a heart-wrenching fashion. The wordplay between Angelica and Hamilton is like swordplay, and it's so masterfully done that it frames a relationship between these two characters. Again, I keep going back to this, but how it's able to foreshadow how their motivations eventually lead to their own downfalls in different ways. It's just superbly done. It's a song filled with both hope and roadblocks, possibilities and resignations. And it's so expert and tragically layered that you really can't believe that so much can happen in this 5-minute song. And so yeah, that's probably 10% of what I could say about Satisfied, but I don't want to go on forever. So I want to leave you with my question of the day. What's your favorite Hamilton song, and how does it tell its story? Because really, that's the main message from the play. Wondering who tells these stories, who controls history, and how is history told, and why. And that's why I think analyzing the who, the how, and the why of the writing of these songs yields so much interesting thought. And if you haven't listened to the soundtrack yet, well then what the hell are you waiting for? So until next time, see ya.